Let me ask you something. How many times have you been in the middle of a project and thought, if I just had the right tool, this would be so much easier? Hey, I've been there plenty of times. That's why I keep a handful of small, budget-friendly tools in my shop that I reach for all the time. And not only for use in the shop, but even around the house. They don't cost much, less than 20 bucks each, but the way they've saved me on real projects, that's why I wouldn't be without them. And stick around to the end, because I've got a bonus upgrade to show you. It takes one of these tools to the next level and makes it even more useful. So let's get with it. So let's start with the one that looked like a gimmick until I actually tried it. It's a magnetic wristband. And I thought, really? Come on. If you've ever been on a ladder with a drill in one hand and a few screws in the other hand, you already know how this story goes. You drop one screw, it bounces, it disappears in the grass or in a carpet or on the floor, and now you're climbing down the ladder, grabbing more screws, and it's just a pain. And do that a few times, and you've lost a good chunk of your workday. Now you might say, well, I'll just put it in a pouch. But if you've ever worked with, let's say, drywall screws, reaching for a bunch of those in your pouch is like trying to grab a porcupine. So this wristband solved all those problems with me. It just wraps around and holds on with Velcros. And I just take a handful of screws, put it on there. It's got little magnets all underneath it here. And then when I'm doing my drill, I just grab one, put it on, grab another one, you get the picture. And they stay right there with you. No pockets to dig through, no screws rolling away, and they're all on your wrist. And the nice thing about it, it's strong enough to hold a lot of things. You might say, well, it doesn't look that strong. Well, let's test it out here. So you saw how well it works on screws. Well, let's see how it works on something a little bit bigger. I know you're not going to put this on there, but like a little crowbar. There you go. And you might say, well, that's not that big, a little crowbar. Well, how about this thing? Look at that. Strong magnets. Perfect every time. And the nice thing, it's lightweight and it doesn't get in the way. And for projects where you need both hands, it's surprisingly helpful. And I'll admit, I bought it expecting a gimmick, but it's become one of those small upgrades that makes a huge difference. Now next up is a tool that takes the guesswork out of angles. The digital angle finder. This thing is awesome. If you've ever cut crown molding or you put trim up in a house, especially older houses or ones where the framers or drywallers were in a big hurry and things weren't quite like they're supposed to be, you'll know no corner is 90 degrees. Sometimes they're 88, sometimes 92, or even worse. And then if you cut it wrong, suddenly there's a gap in there and it's just staring back at you and it looks horrible. So without the right tool, you're stuck redoing the trim, recutting, and you may not have enough. You're wasting a lot of good money. And I know the old saying, a little caulk and a little paint makes a carpenter what he ain't, but you don't need it with one of these. Now, I worked for years as a professional carpenter. Did a lot of framing houses, a lot of trim, and you had to get in there and get things cut right, especially when you're working with stain trim. Now, I used this for years. Now, the one thing about this, I just looked at it on Amazon, 150 bucks these things cost. The problem with this also is that it's not digital. And it's so tiny, you practically need a magnifying glass, especially when you get a little bit older, to see what the numbers are. This solves all that. Okay, tool number 3 is the AccuSharp knife sharpener. Now, switching gears for just a minute. This one's small, inexpensive, lightweight, and something that I use more than I thought I would. The AccuSharp knife sharpener, here's the deal. Dull blades are a problem. They don't just slow you down, they make your work harder than it should be. And I've seen people press hard with a dull knife, slip, and actually cut themselves really bad. Dull knives are dangerous, but this sharpener fixes that instantly. Watch how I do this test. I'm going to take this knife, the steak knife, take a file, and dull it up. And now let me show you how dull it is on this piece of paper. Okay, so now we're just going to take the AccuSharp. I like to put a towel on the edge of the countertop if I'm working. Hold it down firmly. And you can see there's 2 sharpening blades right here. You've got a guard to protect your fingers. And just pull it firmly across there between 5 and 10 times depending on how dull it is. Then after you get the initial sharpness to it, then you just take it real lightly to get any burrs off of it. I keep one in the kitchen, keep one in the shop, keep one in my tool bag. If you go camping or out in the woods or anything like that, just keep it inside your pocket. If you go out camping or hunting or whatever you do, fishing, keep one in your tackle box or in your gear bag. They're excellent to have, and it's always nice to have a good sharp knife. And look here, it's not only just for knives. Even this rusty machete. Now let's put it on here. And we'll do some light ones to take off any burrs. Now let's test it. It's one of those tools that you don't think about until you need it. Then you'll never want to be without it. Now, tool number 4 is real simple, but I use it all the time. Right here. It's called the OEMTOOLS Magnetic Foldable Tray Set. If you've ever worked with small parts like screws and washers and bolts, you already know how easily they roll away. One bump on the workbench, and you're on your hands and knees looking for that one missing piece that fell out. These things stop that problem cold. It's got 5 magnets on the bottom here, so when you put your screws and your washers or nuts or whatever is inside there, they hold inside here to the bottom until you need them, then you can pull them out. And the nice thing, you may think, like, well, it's pretty shallow, but watch this. Now it's nice and tall. You can put things inside there, and usually when I'm assembling something, I have 4 or 5 of these. You can buy them in sets, and then I keep them, and they're all in different colors, so I keep different parts inside. I just reach over and grab them and use the parts. And how about, have you ever worked inside your car, worked under the hood, and there's just no place to put anything, and you may have a small, like a yogurt cup or something, and you're trying to find a place to set it, and there's no place to set it, it keeps sliding off. You know the routine. But with this and the magnets, as long as there's something metal inside there, just put it on there. You're going to love these things. They work great. You can get them in sets of 2, or you can get them in sets of 4 or more. And that's the kind of peace of mind that's worth more than the price tag. Now let me wrap this up with one of my favorite tools. It's right here. It's the DEWALT Flex Torque Right Angle Drill Adapter. Now if you've ever worked in small areas, I use my drill a lot, my drill driver. And the problem with this is the size of it. So if I can't reach something, this is the answer to it. Just put it inside, hold on to it, and you know the problem. If you're trying to drive a screw in a tight corner, like inside of a cabinet, your drill just isn't going to fit. The right angle adapter fixes all that. You pop it in, and suddenly your drill reaches where it never could. Especially if you're putting in pocket screws, you know the routine on that. They're real hard to get to, and what's nice, you can move your drill at any angle, hold on to it. It's nice and sturdy. It's got a rubber grip onto it, and put it in there. Now for the bonus. Since you've stuck around to the end, here's the bonus I promised you. And it has to do with this thing. It goes with it. If you like the right angle adapter, you can actually take it a step further. DEWALT sells a 4-in-1 kit that includes not only the right angle adapter with the head, but also a 12-inch extension for it, which is great. So now, once you put this in there, if you still need some extra room to reach something, you put this extension onto it, pull the head off of here, put it on here, and now you can do any angle. It flexes. Plus, they give you a little handle if you need something to hold on to get both of them in there while this is running. So the flexible shaft is a real gem. Yes, it costs a little more. For the whole setup for all four of them, it's like $35 instead of just the $20. But that's one of those cases where spending a little bit more gets you a tool that's useful in a lot more situations. So there you have it. 5 solid tools under $20, plus the DEWALT upgrade option if you want to take things a little further. Now these aren't flashy tools, but they're the kind that keeps your projects moving and headaches to a minimum. And I'll put links in the description to both the under $20 tools and the DEWALT 4-in-1 tool so you can check them out. And don't forget, whenever you can, support your local family-run hardware stores. See if they have these tools or if they have something that you need before you end up ordering it somewhere else. It helps them a lot. It helps you a lot because you'll probably get a lot better personal service, and it helps your community. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of the videos that I have coming up in the future. And don't forget, I'll put a link up here in the corner to the rest of my videos. It might be just the video you need for the project that you're working on or one you're getting ready to work on. Hey, well, thanks for hanging out with me in the shop today. You take care, and God bless.